Okay, so I just went to Harbor Freight. Considering I'm about to be doing a considerable amount of body work, patching panels together, I got me the highest quality, cheapest welder I could get. I paid $200 versus the $130 one. Apparently this does so much better. So we're gonna try it out in this video. And then all I had was a like a pipeliner mask, pipeliner helmet, just a little shade on the front. No, it's not adjustable or anything. So I got me an electric auto dimming, auto darkening Johnny. So that was 40 bucks. And then I got me an extra spool of wire, and I saw these while I was checking out, so I grabbed those two because I don't have any picks like that. That'd be nice for like carburetors and stuff and digging goo. But I'm gonna pick up my bench here so I can weld some stuff. I think I'm gonna weld on my test piece over there first, that bar thing that's bent, and then I'll maybe cut up some of these and try and weld them together. Okay, so first I'll unbox this. This is just the cheapest. It's not like it's nice or anything. It's super light. Here's the whatchamacallit. And then instructions, I guess. You don't need either of these. I don't really want to scratch that, so I'm going to be careful. Come on out of there. There we go. Alright, well here it is. Oh, I guess that's spare, I'm guessing. Yeah. So that's gotta be a spare for when this one gets all messed up. This comes off actually, so you can peel it properly. Pretty sure. Anyways, yeah, so there's that. And then we'll get on to the welder. Okay, so here we go. It's a 125 amp, 120 welder. I only have 120 in here, so that's all I can use. Styrofoam, make some napalm out of that. We got a carrying strap, and then here's the welder. I'm gonna have to use two hands for this. Okay, so here's everything that comes in the box. Here's the gun. It actually feels pretty dang nice. It's still cheap in China and plastic, but it's not as bad as you think. And some people were complaining about the ground clamp. It's got a pretty heavy spring in it, so it'll hold on to your metal pretty good. At least that's my theory. But I understand why people would want to change this out. And then you got your 220. Here's the interface. Oh yeah, it also came with a new tip that's probably 0.035, carrying strap, and then spool wire. This is, I bet the case is most of the way, the whatever you want to call it. Here's like gauges for metal, and then where you put your spool and your wire feed, and here's your amperage. So I guess the one that I saw at the store was broken because this one actually has a stop here. I'm guessing the same with this one. Yeah, the one at the store were just infinite spinning, which I kind of hated. And these feel a lot nicer than the one at the store did. So I guess I'll set it up and tell you how I did it. I gotta read the instructions because I got no clue. Okay, so basically don't do what I did and waste a fuck ton of wire. So I threw it in here and I let go of the wire and it just went, I don't know, it was probably 20, 30 feet of wire I just wasted. But I just started feeding it through, and there's this little cold feed button down here. And eventually it should start coming out of the end there. I think I'm supposed to take that off maybe? We'll find out. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this off quick. So I took that off, and there it is. It just can't feed through that correctly. So I'm gonna leave a little bit out. I'm gonna cut this, and then I'm gonna put that back on. This little thing. Okay, I got the settings kind of medium. It told me to just, but I'm gonna not do that. I got some cleaned up metal right here. I'm just gonna try and lay down a bead and see how it goes. Hopefully well. That's what I'm expecting. All right, here we go. Powering on. Okay, so here's my first bead. A lot of splatter. That's to be expected with flux core, but I think it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna lay another one and show you quick. But yeah, I was holding the tip. I'm too used to how you say stick welding. I was having the tip like that far away. I need to bring it back some, but yeah, I'll lay another one quick. Okay, well, I am thoroughly, that's not a word, anyways, impressed with this little welder. Like, you can see that's a bead over the original bead. Look how it looks nice. I'm not a good welder by any means, but that weld compared to any of these stick welds that are all under slag because they're so shit that the slag won't beat off, these are very nice. I think I'm gonna run a couple more on top and yeah, maybe cut up some of these or weld them together or something. I don't know. I just wanted to show you the penetration that I'm getting. It's glowing 13, 16, whatever. It's like 5mm thick metal. It was glowing it. So the penetration that this little welder is getting on this thick of steel is incredible. And it's not even on its highest setting. If I put it on its highest setting, like what it would recommend, it would blow a hole through this metal. And I have no doubt that it would do that. But I'm gonna clean this up quick and show you. I basically just laid it over all the other ones. Well. All I'm doing is just dragging just like that and keeping the tip out of the puddle, and it is laying beads. I am fully confident in this little welder to basically weld whatever I want. And yeah, so get out of my way. Anyways, I'm gonna lay a couple more because this is fun. I think I'm gonna lay another one right on top of that, and then I'll grind some of the galvanization off this and try and weld these into like a sheet so I can weld on it. Okay, so here's the last one I did right on top. I actually turned it down about right here-ish, and it's still glowing it right through. So some people are complaining about penetration with this little machine. Maybe it's a problem between two pieces of metal, like welding those two together. So I guess I'm gonna find out because I'm about to weld those three together right here and see how it goes. So basically I tacked it here and then tacked it over here and then started on this weld and realized it was too hot. You could see the metal caving in, so I turned it down, started again. Still too hot, but I left it and then I blew a hole in it. So then I turned it down more, and then that's where that weld came from, that little bit right there. And then I continued on this side, and I'll tell you what, looking pretty good, man. So I'm gonna fix up, grind this shit down because that's hideous, and then grind some of the slag off because I'm a butthurt, and then yeah, weld that one together, and then I'll have like a little platform. I'll just hook my ground to it, and then I don't gotta worry about it because it'll be grounded through this whole thing. So That's the plan at least. Okay, so here it is. That was my first one. Got the settings dialed in there. You can see at the end. And then here's my second one. It's pretty good, I'd say. Here's my third one. I think I stopped and started twice. And then here's my last one, which is the best one, where I didn't stop at all. I'd say that's pretty darn good. For $200 welder, I could blow through whatever it is. What does it say? I don't know steel gauges. 3/16. That's crazy, right? You'll get the splatter. You can see the splatter zone isn't very large though. I mean, there's splatter all up and down this, but I ran the wire disc on it and it kicked off a bunch of it. And I know there's like weld through primer and stuff that you can use that basically eliminates the splatter, but I'm not worried about it. It welded this shit perfect. I think I'm gonna test my theory. I think I'm gonna zip, cut off some of those and throw them up here and try and weld them. So this thing does such a good job that I'm gonna have to weld sheet metal so slow, just like zzz, zzz. But my plan with this whole thing worked great. I don't have to like hook a ground clamp up to it and worry about the wire pulling it everywhere. But just to show you the power of this little welder, you see it? Yeah, so that's it cranked all the way up on level 6, but I was welding like this, just like that, all the way down, and it would lay a mean bead still. So I'm gonna show you the other side where you can actually see the bead. There you go. But and also a review of this helmet. It works great. It's a little late on the triggering. So it could be better in that aspect. You kind of get blinded for a second, but it's better than guessing where your gun is when you weld. So yeah, this thing works great. I'm gonna unplug it because I'm scared of life. But yeah, now I can go ahead and weld a floor pan into that truck right there. It's a great day here in Minnesota. It's like 70 degrees. So, and I have my door open and now there's a bunch of leaves in here, so I'm gonna leaf blow that out. But thanks for watching. If you need a welder, go get this. It's wonderful. It's probably gonna keep it for a very long time.